Before I start today's commentary, I do want to say, god damn, it really sucks that I don't have Squadrons yet. I kind of fucked myself on that too. I really wanted to get Squadrons around the time it launched. And now here I am, about 2.5, 3 months later. I was hoping it would come out for PlayStation 5 on its own disc or something, but apparently that's not the case, so now I have to try and purchase it either on the PlayStation Store for my PlayStation 4, or wait till I get the PlayStation 5 entirely, which, as we all know, that's probably not going to happen for a very long period of time, so I'm in a bit of a dilemma, but I guess Starfighter Assault from Battlefront 2 will have to do. Regardless, I have a very big commentary to talk to you guys about today. Now, recently, about a couple weeks ago, I guess Disney did a whole either investors call or investors stream or something along the lines of like new content coming to Disney Plus, and naturally, with Star Wars being a part of Disney, a lot of that involved Star Wars. And say what you will about, what Disney has done. Hell, even I have shit on it quite a bit. But Disney has done some decent things when it comes to Star Wars. I mean, Episode 7 wasn't terrible, I personally think. Episode 9 is, Episode 8 we don't talk about, that's an abomination. And, the Clone Wars Season 7 was magical. I can't tell you how many times I fucking cried when that came out. I binged watched that all in one night, too. And The Mandalorian is just masterful of a series. I haven't watched Season 2 yet. I'm going to wait till all the episodes are out for that to watch everything regarding Season 2 of The Mandalorian, but apparently they are now deciding to do a fuck ton of a lot more series on Disney Plus, which all this I am very happy about. So let's talk about the one that I think I'm personally the most hyped about. The Bad Batch. Now, Clone Wars Season 7 saw the rebirth of an arc from the unfinished episodes, and a lot of that focused around the Bad Batch, which, for those of you who don't know and don't know the lore, the Bad Batch was a group of defective clones, and they essentially put them in a squad, and they do really badass shit. Obviously, in Season 7, we become accustomed to them, and we actually really enjoy them as a group, and now that Echo was a part of them, of course, I was always a big Echo fan and Fives fan and Domino Squad fan in general, so I was pretty stoked about what Echo could possibly do for the group. And I am just so excited for this series, man. It looked fucking dope. I don't know if it goes into how they started, but I do know for a fact it goes into, what they are doing around the time of the Empire starts with Episode 3 and tying all that in. And it's in the animation style of the Clone Wars, which is even better. So essentially we're getting probably a lot... I'm assuming we're getting a lot more of what the lost episodes or the unfinished episodes dove into, but we didn't get. But I just think it's going to be really fucking awesome. I love Star Wars The Clone Wars. I probably have a love affair with Dave Filoni just because of that series alone, but it is what it is. I'm kind of sounding like a fanboy right now, because I am. I love the fucking Clone Wars. It was one of my favorite series on television until it went off the air. So, and I just love how it just ties in everything from Episode 2 and Episode 3 together, so. Now, this one, a lot of people lost their shit on, and I'm actually quite frankly surprised that they're doing this. And I knew this was happening, but I didn't know when. Obi-Wan Kenobi gets his own little mini-series, man. And guess who's reprising his fucking role as Darth Vader? Hayden Christensen. Now, say what you will about Hayden Christensen's acting in the prequel series, which a lot of people can say, and I honestly believe, and I've said this before in my movie ranking of Star Wars movies, that it was quite cringy. It was very cringy at times, and I don't think Hayden's a bad actor, but that was definitely not his best performance at all when it comes to acting in general. So that his portrayal of Anakin just came off as incredibly whiny and cringy to me, especially in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I did a whole spiel on that in my movie rankings of Star Wars movies, but that's something you can go check out. But man, I am fucking stoked because a lot of people wonder, like, what the fuck did Obi-Wan do on Tatooine for about 18 years after Revenge of the Sith. Well, apparently we might actually get the answer to that, and in addition to that, we get Darth Vader, his fucking self. Hayden Christensen's coming back, baby. Another series I'm very, very excited about is Ahsoka. Again, we beg the question. Before Star Wars Rebels, which I was personally not a fan of, I think it was far too childish compared to, and I think the hype around it was really more or less because of the Clone Wars, and I think it did not meet that hype, in my personal opinion. I think I've seen bits and pieces of the last season or two, and that definitely looks a lot better than whatever the fuck they did beforehand. But Ahsoka's getting her own series now, which I'm assuming it goes either after Rebels and after the Civil War, and leading up to the Mandalorian and stuff like that, or what even is she doing in the Mandalorian? I guess I gotta watch that to find out, but I don't know, man. I'm really gonna enjoy this. This can touch on a whole bunch of different things with Ahsoka. It can touch on what she did after she left the Order, which I think they touched on in Clone Wars Season 7, but I think they could have did a little bit better job of. That was definitely not that was probably my least favorite arc of the entire series. Still good, but a little lackluster for my taste. And then what happens after the Civil War, what happens before the Civil War. I mean, this can go into a whole... I don't even know what the hell is going to happen. And I heard Rosario Dawson is pretty good as Ahsoka too. She definitely looks good. They got the look of Ahsoka down in the Mandalorian, so I'm excited what's going to happen with that. But who knows? I mean, I'm definitely excited for that series. Now, here's another one I was a little bit iffy on, but I'm a little bit warmed up. I'm a little bit more warmed up to it now. And that's the Cassian Andor series. Now, for those of you who don't know, I guess if some of you live under a rock and haven't watched Rogue One, Cassian Andor was a character in Rogue One. He eventually died on the Battle of Scarif when the Death Star essentially blew up Scarif. And say what you will about the character development and the fact that we don't really spend a lot of time with a lot of these characters, but I don't know. I mean, I liked Cassian. And I said, when I said he's going to get his own series, I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this, because do we really give a shit about someone that eventually joins the rebellion? And then I saw some behind the scenes stuff about what they were doing with the show, and I was just like, you know what, this actually looks a little interesting. I definitely think this could be well made, and I hope it is well made. You know, I'm a little bit more warmed up to it now. I still wonder what kind of story he's going to get. I know there's a little bit of backstory they mentioned in Rogue One, but I don't really know everything. And the last one I'm personally interested in is Rogue Squadron, which essentially is happening it's supposed to take place either after Episode 6 or after Episode 9. I heard one or two of those. I might be confusing something with something, but I'm sure someone in the comment section will let me know. But I'm excited about that. I mean, I think space battles are vastly underrated when it comes to Star Wars, and I think when I was talking about Episode 9 in my movie ranking, my disappointment with the overall space battle definitely showed. I listened to it back recently, and I'm like, man, I was really disappointed, because I was disappointed with that part of the movie, where I'm like, God, I really wish it was a little bit more ship-on-ship action. And now that we're getting a whole show like that, like space battles and fighters and stuff like that, which I personally enjoy, I think that's going to be really cool. And plus, with the hype of Squadrons, it's kind of ridiculous to not do. I mean, I heard Squadrons is really, really good, so I look forward to eventually playing that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And I look forward to all these shows I've talked about. There's a lot more, but I just talked about the ones I care about the most. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more. And follow me on all the social media stuff you see down in the description below. And of course, subscribe to the 69 Whiskey Podcast. Catch you guys very soon.